Hey Tamriel, Red Engineer. First day of double AP in my usual BWB, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go to either Hatteras or True Flame sometime throughout the week, and I'm gonna be kicking some vet ass. They don't got their CP, and they've been crying up a storm on the forums and the Twitter, so I'll probably get my ass kicked because I'm sure there's some more skilled players. I mean, that's what they tell us anyway. And I'm sure there are an actual few that are, and don't brag about it. But I'm gonna go kick some CP warrior ass there today throughout the next week and try and get some footage of that. But let's get on to this week's Red's rant. Red Engine here. Today I'm parking my ass at BRK Fortress, and I had come on this morning, and there was a few people going around, couple like about five, and we formed a pickup group or a pug group, and that's what I'm going to rant about today. Um, when I logged on, we had Chalman and Arius. We had Chalman and Arius. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Um, I got the Arius wall, and somebody was like, "Oh, I all these keeps were yellow. Blue Road, Sejanus, and Alessia." And when I logged on, somebody was like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" So I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go over and take these resources." So that's what I did. And next thing you know, people started showing up, and a group was formed. And so, I took this one by myself. By the time I got here, there was another guy here. By the time I got here, there was six of us. So we took all three, got some good double AP, and then they're like, "Well, now what?" So I said, "Well, we're gonna fucking take BRK. I'm gonna tear a hole in this fucking side of this cunt, and it's gonna take her. I'm gonna Trumpify it." So, so that's what we did. They copied my siege pattern. I used the wedge, and we took it down, no problem. And we're like, "Well, now what are we gonna do?" I said, "Well, because at the time these guys were blue was fighting for Farragut." I said, "Let's go take Alessia." Trotting along, trotting along. Sedge was still yellow. We're like, "Oh, you know what? Throw up a ram. We'll build the Pax Dragon and take this out." Took that out in 3 minutes. And then the time we got here, these guys had lost. It was still yellow, and all this was yellow. So I said, "Okay, since they lost the Farragut farm, let's siege from Alessia." Or this, yeah, let's siege from Alessia. That way we won't get hit by siege, and we can defend better. We took Alessia. Okay, so we had damn near half the ring. So it was at this point that I had to attend to my small child. Starting to get cranky and whatnot. So I was like, "Okay, I pass lead. Okay, guys, I gotta go for a bit." So I went, did my parental duties. And by the time I came back, maybe half hour later, 20 minutes at the most, they had lost it all again. And they were, well, almost all. And they were on the verge of losing BRK. And I had to come in and wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And actually, me and Solo, he's one of King Duality's buddies there. So, he's going to be a fairly good player. We came in, we wiped the DC group. And then that's when the rest of them came out of the keep, and started helping when the DC was coming back outside here, but we wiped all the inner. But the point of the rant is that the pugs just fall apart. If there's somebody's not fucking holding their hand and guiding them step by step by step, they just like, what do we do now? What do we, what? This is PvP? Oh, it's like, good lord, man. That's my rant. I mean, I know I touched on it last week with how they refuse to be. They refuse to. Well, not all of them, but most of them get all salty and fucking start crying troll when you try and say, "Hey, man, you need some training," and they watch that cipher video and they're like, "Well, I know everything there is to know about PvP." And and I'm not saying Cypher don't have some skills, but if all you did was watch the video, you haven't learned how to PvP. You gotta be out there. You gotta do it. You gotta fucking take charge. No hesitation. Jump in, fucking feet first, head first, fucking ass first. Whatever the fuck you gotta do to get that other guy down. You can't just sit back and wait for everybody else to do it. I showed these guys that 5 or 6 guys can take keeps. And the minute I left, oh, what do we do? Oh, where's ZZ? Where's Disenfranchised? Where's ZZ? Where's ZZZ? Where are you? And they reverted right back to their we can't do nothing unless we have 24 fucking guys. And anyways, that's the rant of the week. It's a little bit rushed, but that's what bothered me this morning. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Thank you.